Yes, sir. Dr. Dixon, boy, you ready to kick this thing out, brother?
Yes, sir. Let's do this, man. I've been
do
waiting
it.
on this for
KTTV, giving you what you need. Motivation, education unleashed. H-Town representing, we forever keep it rolling. Join the conversation with inspirational stories. Thought-provoking, feel that energy. Kendrick Thomas aiming to lift the community. True indeed, tune in, come and see. Giving you what you need. KTTV, let's go. KTTV.
This is KTTV. This is KT, and I am coming at you live with another episode of the Bruhz Talk Podcast. And I have my co-host in the building.
Greetings. All I am here. I am excited. I am enthusiastic, especially for tonight. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we got a big one tonight, man. So everybody just take a seat, relax, because we got the Bruhz in the building. So first off, we just want to welcome everybody to the Bruhz Talk Podcast, where we talk about life, leadership, and lifting our communities. Dr. Dixon.
Yes, sir.
Feeling since we've been on here this thing last time.
You know, it's that time of year. It's the Happy New Year to everybody. I'm all dressed up for a reason, but it's really because I'm still at work. I'm still trying to get it in, but at the same time, what we do, we have to do what we need to do. So it's still a pleasure to be here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to be there and do what we normally do, good brother.
Yes, sir. So tonight is about leadership, service, and stepping forward when the moment calls. And so I'm just ready to kind of get this thing going, man, because it's going to be a big night with Brother Mason on. And so without further ado, man, let's bring our guests on to the building. Got Brother Roosevelt Mason.
Yo, what's up, bro? What's up? What's good with you?
What's going on?
I'm great, man. How you guys doing tonight?
We are doing fantastic, brother. I think he's going to get those words right off your face there so the world can see you there.
Yes,
and so, man, it is a
y'all
pleasure
make sure
for
y'all get my good side.
Look, that's what I was waiting on. I knew it was going to go down.
I hear that. The beard Bruhz.
Yeah, the great beard Bruhz, man.
I don't have
Look,
that.
We are in the building, man.
You having a good day today, good brother?
Very good day, man. Real blessed. Happy to be here. It's cold outside, but it's a good day.
It's a good day. It's a great day.
Look, so as we go, before we start the podcast and we get into the interview, I always like to kind of do a little backtrack to talk about what's been going on in the chapter of Alpha Mu Mu. And so for us, this past weekend, we were able to have our chapter retreat. I was just talking to Dr. Dixon about the evolution of Alpha Mu Mu and some of the information that he gave to us. And so I always like to show some of these pictures. And so, Dr. Dixon, if you can just give us a rundown of kind of what you get from these retreats every year and kind of talk to the people who don't know what was going on inside of their retreat, what we did this past weekend.
Well, I appreciate that. The one good thing that really every chapter does around this time of year is have their annual retreat to get started, to get focused, to really plan for the year and how we are going to make a difference and do what we do regarding service, regarding fundraising, and then most importantly, regarding brotherhood. And so our retreat just really summarized a lot of that. For me, especially, it's always good to see more numbers than we had last year. So that's a beautiful thing when you come to a small chapter. And Brother Mason's going to talk about that because he's been real instrumental with Alpha Mu Mu in terms of the uplift and really motivating. And so the fact that we had more brothers than we've ever had is just a testament to obviously God. And then it's just a testament in terms of the chapter, what our Houston Coalition brothers are doing to support us and what we're doing as One Omega in order to really try and help the communities. For us, is Bryan College Station in the West Houston area. And then obviously any and every chapter that's in Houston, we all try and get there. So that's part of what we do. The retreat summarized all of that. And so it's almost a perfect segue, Brother KT. And I don't know how many other pictures are showing. I just see one, but it's just a perfect segue to our Houston Coalition. And what I really wanted Brother Mason, since he is the president of the Houston Coalition, to really kind of share what is the Houston Coalition for those individuals that may not know what that is.
No doubt, no doubt. And brothers, let me introduce myself to the world for the brothers who don't know. I'm Roosevelt Mason Jr., 298 Gamma Row, Deuce Dog, Great 98. You hear me saying that all the time, Great 98. My line name is TTB for the world. Test Tube Baby is what they call me. Don't ask me why they call me that. Don't ask me, I don't know. But I was fortunate enough to enter the folds of Omega through the Gamma Row chapter in New Orleans. So talking about the coalition just a little bit, before I go there, I want to tell Alpha Mu Mu, man, I see y'all. When I looked at that picture, I tried to count all the bodies that was on that picture. I was like, hey, I need 2 hands to count them bodies. Like, but bro, I've been watching y'all from a distance. You guys are growing. I know some of the brothers in that chapter, y'all made a couple of good brothers I know. Hey man, I'm watching y'all from a distance. Y'all gonna do some big stuff, man, and I'm proud of the growth that chapter has had.
Hey man, you're not too far distant because you're right there with us, which we
no doubt. Anytime. I tell you all the time, Doc Dixon. Hey man, just call me, man. We here together. Let me talk to you guys a little bit about the Houston Coalition. And it's ironic that I'm here talking about the Houston Coalition. I've been in April 4th will be 28 years of service for me in Omega. And I like to say uninterrupted. Half of my time in Omega has been spent in the Houston area. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I was not a fan of the coalition. I ain't deal with it. I ain't do a lot with it. Until like one of my good brothers, one of my good friends invited me to a meeting and told me some of the things they were doing. And a lot of people has the coalition misunderstood. We're not a sanctioned organization under Omega Psi Phi. It's just a way for the chapters to come together, commune together, be brotherly, grow in our area. In the Houston area, there's 8 grad chapters. There's 7 that's a part of the coalition. And all we do is try to help each other out, pool our monies together so that we can work in Omega together, whether it's Achievement Week, whether it's Blood Drive, whether it's Reclamation. Ultimately, the fellowship is the biggest part. Getting 7 chapters together, one big fellowship. If you haven't been to a Houston area Founders Day, we call it a set out fellowship, whatever you want to call it. Man, it's beautiful for brothers to show up. We pool all our resources together, and we have an opportunity to service the brothers of Omega. That is it. That's the purpose of the coalition, so the chapters in the surrounding area can come together and work together like one Omega opposed to 7 different entities.
Bro. There's nothing like it. I think one of the powerful things too is how we have the MSP and how we also bring all that together and brothers at some point you're not even in a chapter anymore. It's one big line and everybody's right there. Everybody's right there. I think that's a powerful thing.
And that's a Houston thing. I tell y'all, I'm a boot bro. Born and raised boot, love the boot. Now people tell me I'm a Houston bro, and I take it. I'm older now. I'm a bridge builder. So, but to Dr. Dixon, to your point, to see MSP with 4 or 5 chapters, 1 Omega, like my good friend always say, there's 1 Omega, and we all come through Omega the same way.
True. Good stuff.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I told you this man knows his stuff, but KT. I told you he's gonna bring it.
Yeah, go bring it.
Hey man, look, y'all know me, man. I just try to show up and do. I love this, man. I love the sci-fi. So when Dixon called me KT, I was ready to go.
I would just tell you when I was doing my research and going through the things, and I seen that thing said Marrero.
Hey, the big M, bro, cruising down the street.
That was
slow.
the first
real slow.
the first tape that I ever bought on my own, man, was MC Thick, man, cruising down the street. I say,
Look at
man,
them
we
young
should
boys. Look at them young boys.
My homeboy, man. Remember
West
the video shot in my backyard in my neighborhood? You can watch my neighborhood. Hey,
Man, it's crazy. I did not know you was from the West Bank, man. You know,
Brotherhood for life. It's funny because a lot of people say they're from New Orleans, and I'm not from New Orleans. And I tell people that all the time. I'm from
the West Bank. You do it the right way. You do it the right way.
Yes, real distinctively.
Yes.
Well, Brother Mason, before we begin to get into Omega leadership or service, I kind of want to just start with you, man. And so my question first off is, when people hear your name, what do you hope they experience before they ever hear your titles of what you do with the coalition?
I'm not a big title person. Mm-hmm. First of all, like, I tell the brothers this, I'm a loudmouth. I talk a lot. Like, you're going to hear me scream the great 98 110 times before you hear me say anything else. When a person hears my name, when I walk out of the room, what I would love to hear people say, that's a good guy. Mm. That guy's about friendship. That guy's about fairness. That guy's about integrity. That means a lot to me. Like, you know, not when I'm in the room. You can say what you want about me when I'm in the room. I'm good with that. But when I walk out of that room, I love KT. I want you to say, hey, man, I like that dude. Mm. Something about him that seems real. That something about him seems admirable. Something about him that seems like he's a great person. That's what I love to hear.
Most definitely. And understanding that I guess that's going through all those phases, like pre-Omega, doing the process, the work that we doing. As you growing up, and we think about the importance of that manhood and being that stand-up person that leaves that room and they say that stuff, what did that manhood look like to you as you were growing up? And how has that definition changed as life has tested you through the things you went through?
Oh, man, listen, look, KT, I grew up in a 2-family home. My father, I seen him every day, exemplified manhood.
Right.
But I didn't know what that was. I didn't know how to use it. Again, you know, I have 6 other siblings. I'm 5. I'm at the bottom. I got 3 older brothers. So when you talk about watching a man get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to work, again, at 15, 16, you don't know what that is. You know, I entered Omega when I was about 27. I didn't know what being a man was like. What I seen then and what I am now, like, manhood is so exemplary to me. It means a lot because I think of my father's legacy. I have his name. I carry it on, and I want to be the man that he put in me. I want that man to come out. I always wanted him to be proud of me being able to be a man, a husband, and a father. And trust me, it wasn't easy at the very beginning. I made a bunch of mistakes. I was a knucklehead, you know. But as I grew, just like with anything else, you live, you learn, and you get better at it. You try not to make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
Facts, yeah, real. That's real talk. Real talk,
man. And so that leads us almost perfectly into that next segment of brotherhood.
Yes, sir. And so the powerful thing when we talk about brotherhood, especially from your lens, president of the coalition, you know, when we talk about how brotherhood is celebrated, but, you know, it's really, really analyzed. Part of what we want to do is try and really break it down. So what responsibility comes with brotherhood? You know, in terms when people talk about having a friend, being a brother, what responsibilities come with that?
So for me, I tell this story all the time. I have 3 older brothers. Okay. My mother has 4 boys. And brotherhood meant everything to us. Like, I tell this story all the time. We would fight all night. Like, we would go to bed fighting, get whippings for fighting. But the next morning, if you touch one of my siblings, we're going to jump you. We brothers, like no other. And growing up in a house around Brotherhood, for me, it was easy to make that transition into Omega. One of my, I tell people this all the time. I probably have over 10, 50-year friendships. Over 10. I'm talking guys who we argue about who got to the neighborhood first because we don't know. We were so young. But till this day, my brothers, like just not just in Omega, just, you know, blood makes you family. Like, you know, that friendship, that brotherhood, that means a lot to me. And even in Omega, like you think about it, we all go through a lot of stuff. Like, you know, I remember being a young man going through some of my failures in life, having a brother to depend on, having someone to call, having somebody just to show up. Because, if you know, there's times in my life that if a bro had knocked on my door, I probably wouldn't be here today. You know, being a brother, being a good friend, KT, being able to call you to say, hey, KT, now I don't know what I'm about to do. I just need you to hold that phone. You ain't got to say nothing, KT. You ain't got to, I just want to know you there.
Man.
Like brotherhood, that's, you know, we going to disagree. We going to always not agree. I tell people this. I very seldomly like to tell people about my title. Okay. I very seldomly, because I want you to see my walk in life to say that guy is, oh, okay. Why you didn't tell me you was the president? I don't have to tell you. I don't have to preach a sermon. I'll let my life be a sermon. Like, I'll just show you my walk every day. Like, if I'm your brother, I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna do this, that, and the other to talk about you. We gonna disagree. Okay. So brotherhood is big for me. It's embedded in me. I lived with it all my life. Like I say, I got 3 biologicals, and every day we disagree. But you better not mess with one of us, because we'll jump you.
Man, I think that's beautiful. And anytime you're in a leadership position, you know, there's those challenges, brothers. There's those challenges. So how does brotherhood challenge a man? How, in your position, how have you been challenged in terms of what brotherhood means, in terms of trying to keep us all together? How does that challenge? How do you overcome those challenges? What are some of your secrets, your tips in trying to deal with the vastness of what obviously the coalition with Omega brings? What are we listening, brother? Two things.
And it's 2 things that the Roosevelt Mason lives by. One is grace. The second is mercy. If you approach every situation with the grace that you need, it would allow you to offer mercy in the situations that you need it. For instance, KT, I'm not going to agree with everything you say. You're not going to agree with everything I say. Right. You going to make a mistake. I don't care whether we call it a lie, whether we call it a non-truth, whether we call it a not show up, whether we call it don't matter, Dixon. Right. It's going to be something in our relationship, in our brotherhood, in our friendship that's going to cause a up and a down. For me, I give you grace first, okay? And then I give you mercy, okay? Because mercy allows you another opportunity. Right. Okay. Right. And that's just how I approach it. Everybody don't agree with me. Hey man, listen. I'm a hard dude sometimes. I talk too much. Y'all, I'm on this podcast. Y'all can tell. I love this, man. This kind of stuff is easy for me because I love it. Yeah. So it's when you approach every person like a friend, then it's easy to be a brother. Yeah. I can't walk into your home, Dixon, and think you're about to attack me, because I'm already on the defensive side. So for me, I love to talk. So me and you gonna sit down, we're gonna hash it out. I'm gonna listen to you. And that's my leadership style. I'm more of a listener, and we gonna come up with it together. Hey, KT, what we gonna do? I know I gotta make the decision, but as long as I make you think it was your decision and it was my decision, it's our decision. Now, and that's how I lead. That's how I like to treat brothers. I'm not always right. Trust me. Right. I know sometimes my words come across harsh. So I always try to give brothers grace and mercy.
Man, that's facts. That's facts. KT, how we doing? We doing it. I know you sometimes throwing those breaks because I got a burning question right now. What we going to do?
No, man. That's wrong. We rolling tonight.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. In terms of things, in terms of leadership, like we talked about, in terms of you modeling, and I really, really like how you talked about that. You let your actions speak. What is something else that's misunderstood that when we talk about leadership, especially within Omega, what is something that is misunderstood that sometimes people get wrong regarding Omega that we don't necessarily know about and leadership?
So with leadership, to me, there's no metric to a good leader. For me, like, I can't walk out and say I'm a great leader. I think for me, what's misunderstood is that they think the leader makes all the decisions. A leader is only as good as his team.
Right.
Okay. If I got the right people around me, they either gonna help me or they're gonna. Or if I don't have the right team around me, they're gonna hurt me. Because if you have a good team, it's never your decision; it's our decision.
Right.
A lot of times people will say, why did you do that? It was
Right.
like, I talked to the 7 people on my team and we all thought it was a great idea. I just presented it. I'm just a figurehead here. Like a leader is as good as his team. And it's misunderstood that people think sometimes too that a leader has to be the loudest person in the room. Most of the time, that's not the case. I know a lot of times people think I make these decisions. I probably didn't want to do what I said I was going to do, but because my team said it, the democratic process won.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest misconception, Dixon, is that we sometimes think all the blame or all the honor goes to the person in front. He's just a representation of his team. If you don't have a good team around you, I promise you're not a good leader. You don't have somebody that could pull your coattail and say, hey, nah, dog, we can't do that. Man, that's crazy, bro. You got to slow down. Hey, man, that's a good job. Like, that's a good team. If you want to see a good leader, show me his team. Not a lot of yes men, not a lot of followers, but somebody willing to say, hey, KT, man, I don't know if that's the right thing to say.
Right.
I got a good friend who's on the executive committee with me, and he and I talk about this. If I want to do something, I might be wild and rash. And he never tells me no, but he will say this. He was like, look, I wouldn't do that, but if you do it, I'll roll with you. Now, in my mind, I know what that means. That means I should do it. Yeah. Okay. So again, that's a good friend. That's a good leader. He can recognize, like, okay, maybe I'm too much. Maybe this is going on too much. Maybe I need to do this. So, just to get back to your question, the tough part is assuming that the person that's saying the decision made the decision.
Right.
That should never happen in my eyesight.
The ability to step back. Brother, we didn't. How is your chapter doing, brother? How's the chapter going?
My chapter's pretty good, man. We're like you guys, we're really, really growing. I'm now the immediate past Basalai. My good
welcome
brother.
Welcome to that other side, brother. Yep, yes, sir. Look at that title right there.
Yeah, I like it too, man. I get a chance to relax a little bit.
Right.
But Richard Gardner, good friend, wrote new bruh from 15. He's our new leader. We're rallying behind him. Like you guys, we're actually extending our service area, like growing in our service area down in the Galveston County. We're down in a county, like, Bruhz don't believe me when I say this, being a smaller chapter, and you guys could attest to this, we have one of the largest service areas in the whole Houston area.
Right,
like,
you got
even
it.
though we may only have 73 members, Galveston goes from Friendswood, League City, all the way down to the seawall.
Right.
So, yes, very growing chapter. Doing some big stuff and, looking to continue that growth.
Man, that's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful. So I just wanted to make sure that we touch base about his chapter, KT. I know you got some other things regarding mentorship and how that grows, because when he's talking about that growing, that you don't just grow by just because you're there. You're growing because you're mentoring, because you're talking to individuals. So pick his brain about that, Brother KT.
Yeah, and so for me, like I say, I like to put when we got the form, right, and when you fill it out to say, well, what are you most interested about? And so I took some of those pieces, man, and I wanted to be able to touch on that mentorship, because a lot of my life is built on that mentorship. Even when I'm in schools, that's part of my work, is supporting other schools and building mentorships for young Black boys, young Hispanic males, all of those pieces. So when I ask this, it's for you, what makes mentorship effective and what makes it harmful if it's done incorrectly when we're thinking about bringing new brothers into the fold?
Good question. Good question. I tell people this all the time. My professional background is information technology. However, I always felt like I wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to be in the school system. But unfortunately, that salary didn't fit my lifestyle.
Hey.
I mean,
we know. We know. You're talking to educators. You're talking to educators right there.
We know.
Don't remind. I mean, you know what I mean? Let's keep going.
Trust me, I appreciate you, brothers, but like, growing up without some things always push you to make sure you have some things. I would leave it like that. But let me talk a little bit about mentoring. And I'll talk about it, mentoring from a personal standpoint, and then I'll talk about it from an Omega standpoint. For me, I don't think I would be in the position I am in my life without some brothers that's covering me, some brothers that I've leaned on inside of Omega, outside of Omega. I don't think I'd make it through college without a mentor that I had. And believe it or not, he was an alpha. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have made it through Southern. Wow. Another mentor I had was a Kappa. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have never went to Southern.
Wow.
Okay. But once I became the Bruhz, like, it's so many guys in my home chapter that taught me, number one, they showed me what being a man was. You talk about manhood. Through their lives, the way they raised their families, the way they took care of their families. They taught me about Omega in the way that they exemplified service, they exemplified manhood, and I grew up under that back in my home chapter. Now, for me, in our Omega lives, we go through stages. My favorite part of being an Omega is the Q dog in it. I thought I was going to be a Q dog my whole life.
Right.
Then this thing called life started lifing, and I had it to roll into being a bridge builder. I think mentorship done the right way, you bringing younger brothers into the folds, not younger in age, because we're grad chapters, and most of the time you're getting guys who are 40 and 30, and every now and again you might get a younger guy. But being able to be in someone's lives just to be there for what they need when they need it, okay? That's big for me. I always tell people, I'm not going to tell you what to say or what to think. I'm just going to tell you what I see. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with that information, okay? Right. The wrong part of mentorship is one I struggle with a lot. Again, I have young boys. I'm an OG, like they say. So I think one of the hardest things about mentorship is when we're at my age trying to get a young man to do what I'm doing now. My son is 27 years old. He sees life through a 27-year-old lenses, not a 56-year-old lens. Okay. So I can't expect the things I did in my life to work for him. I have to meet him where he is. So Doc Dixon, when you talk about what don't go wrong is when I'm trying to make you do something I did 40 years ago, thinking it's still effective. Don't work.
Yeah, don't work.
Doesn't work. Mentoring starts with the moment. KT, I have to mentor you where you are. I don't know what stage of life you are. I can't assume because my mama beat me with a belt, I could beat you with a belt. It just don't work that way. I hear people always say, it was good enough for me to be raised in. Nah, that's not me. So that's that mentorship part. Being open enough to not only teach, but to learn. mentorship goes two ways. I think it's an upward pull, as well as it's a push to get you to where I need you to be, as well as you can pull me to your side a little bit. And
Man,
it works like a pendulum. It goes up and down.
That is real. I like that. I'm gonna have to use that one. I'm definitely using that one because we deal with teachers all the time. I'm using that. So administrators and teachers, hey, give and take. If you're not learning and you're mentoring, something's wrong. I'm taking that one.
Happens all the time.
Mentor starts in the moment.
Yep. Yeah.
Like right then. That was the one for me right there, because you're right. Like you say, we talk so much about that as educators, meeting that student where he at. But whether that's a young man or that's a grown man, it's like you say, it's about meeting where they at. But now this is the question. Once we done met that brother where he at, how do you know when to guide him, or when sometimes you got to let them struggle and grow through that process?
That's easy. That's easy. Like for me, I'm going to give you 2 strikes. Okay. Hey, here's what I see. Now, my granddad used to say, I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink.
Right.
Okay. So it's a thin line understanding the person. And again, one size doesn't fit all, Brother KT. That's what we got to remember. But for me, it's like, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an opportunity, and then I'm going to let you decide if you need me again. I'll always be here. I'm just not going to jump into your business. I can use my family for a million things. Okay. My son will tell you in a minute, I want to do everything for my kids. I don't care how old they are. They mine.
Right.
Okay. But I had to learn the hard way that sometimes you got to step back. My dad, okay, I never told you guys this, but I'm a PK. Okay. Grew up PK. So my dad used to say, I'd rather be asked to the pulpit than to be asked down from the pulpit. So like to your point, Brother KT, as long as he's asking you questions, you could be there for him. What you don't want to do is overstep to make him think, oh, KT, you got to do it my way. Now, I just want to give you a couple options. I ain't going to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you, here's your chances. And whatever you do when you get your chance, that's your choice. And that's just big for me.
It's real.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, look, man, I don't know why you say you maybe after this IT thing and you retire, man, you might need to come on over to the fold, man. You just said so many teacher cliche phrases tonight.
We can use him in education. We can use
I tried for 6 months. So I quit my job. I said, man, I'm gonna go be a teacher.
There you go.
6 months. I couldn't take no more. I had to go back to that industry. I couldn't take no more. Hey man, listen, more power to you guys. Look, my son is a teacher, my daughter's a teacher. I applaud them. I'm like, I'll help on the outside. Like, I love talking to kids. I used to run a AU organization mentoring kids. Till this day, if you bring your son to me, I'll give him some nuggets, but I'm not about that teaching stuff, bro. Listen, man, I support you guys. Let me know. Y'all need me to learn. Y'all need me to bring anything to you, KT. I can help you out. Like, I can clean the classrooms, but I applaud you guys.
Yeah. Look, man, and behind that leadership and that mentorship,
that's good stuff.
I guess it's something that we don't always talk about. And so that's our mental health. And so I know that was another thing that you keyed on inside of that forum, man. And for us, just going through that, men, we are always expected to be strong for everyone else. So for you, I would ask, what does mental strength actually look like for men who carry that responsibility for others?
Woo! I don't know what mental strength looks like, because I don't think I have it some days. We're in my chapter, we're starting a series called Open Up Your Visor. And it's related to brothers' mental health, brothers' well-beings, like having a friend. Like I told you a true story. I probably began therapy for the last 15 years of my life, 10 years consistently, 5 years off and on. And I tell brothers, like, I never liked it. I grew up in a preacher's home. I go talk to my daddy if I wanted somebody to say this, that, and the other.
Right,
but
right.
Sitting down with someone, I used to say, I don't tell nobody all my problems. And it just helps you process your own thoughts, your own mind. It helps you, like, I used to always say, it takes my anger level or my frustration level from 100 to 1 real quickly.
Right.
Mental strength is, to me, having awareness to know you need help. That's mental strength. If I had to sum it up, because we think we're strong until it all falls down. Like, and I found that as I've gotten older, and according to my therapist, I've gotten more quieter and pay more attention. But in doing the quietness stuff, Brother KT, that's when we need the help the most. That's when our mental is at its worst, because we're being tested. We already Black men, and we got a lot of stress on our mind, whether it's family, whether it's life, or there's society. Mental strength is being able to ask for help. That's the way I think it should be. I don't think we all practice that, but I think that's what it should be.
It's good stuff, man. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff, man.
Powerful, man.
Y'all got some good questions, man. Look, we could do this all day,
you
man.
Nail it, man. Yeah, you nail it. It's some good stuff. Well, and I think, the words that you're saying, obviously we need to echo this, but we need to repeat it. We need to share it. We need to communicate it. And don't half step when we do it, right? And so if you reach just one person, that's one person that really needed it, and you've done your job.
But let's go back to what you guys were talking about. We brought mental health after brotherhood. So KT, you're my brother. So I'm struggling with something. I'm vulnerable in an area. I need my brother, to show up for me. Man, I got some great bros around me. I got a good friend of mine, and he and I used to always call each other to talk each other off the ledge. I don't care. If I'm crying, I'm going to call him. Hey, man, this was going on, such. I don't care what it is.
Right.
We always be like, hey, man, I'm on my way. We on our way to each other. We going to sit down, whether we going to have a smoke or we going to have a drink. We going to laugh. We going to talk, and it's going to stay right there.
Right.
That's what brotherhood is about. Like, I know I can depend on my brother. Us as men, we sometimes don't have a place to lay our head.
Right.
Okay. And Omega should give us that. Brotherhood should give us that. Friendship should give us that.
Right.
It should be able to take a little stress to let me know, hey, man, it's okay. But the vulnerability is, KT, you're struggling with the same thing I'm struggling with, but because you didn't say nothing, I didn't say nothing, nobody knew. So if we can attack, if the three of us can attack the same problem, I think we can resolve it faster.
Right.
Okay. But if I'm handling this on my lonesome, I'm not strong. I'm only as strong as the person standing on side of me.
No, that's facts, man. That's
some of the background that kind of had you all create that series in the chapter, and how did that come about?
Man, I can't steal his brother's thunder. Brother Mike Guillory, the Bosslers of Rosai, has been hitting me up since last November about, brother, you're on my mind. We, as a coalition, we were trying to do a mental health symposium on Brothers, You're on My Mind.
Yeah.
Just to check in. I mean, like, hey, man, hey, Dixon, how you doing, bro? Like, what's going on?
Right.
Just KT, for me, it's because I know a lot of brothers personally got issues going on, whether your family is growing, whether your business is growing, whether your kids are growing.
Right.
I think one of the hardest times in a brother in Omega's life is when their kids get to that age of 8 to 14. That is the time that a kid needs their father the most.
Right.
So you got to make a decision. Am I going to commit to my family or Omega?
Right. Man, the arguments that you have trying to say you got a chapter meeting or whatever, the arguments, keep talking about it.
Bro, listen, one of my good friends, and I'm not going to call his name, he got a daughter in gymnastics. He got a daughter in cheer. He got a son in football. His son is in lacrosse.
That's all you
this.
Right.
Like, I don't know how. So when he called me, is, hey man, I'm on my way over there. I need a break. I'm like, okay. you know, but again, I don't know what his mental is. I'm not in his house every day. I don't know if his bills are being paid. I don't know if the kids are driving crazy. I don't know. But KT, to your point, I want to be a shoulder for him to lean on. I want to be his mental strength. I'm hoping he can be mine. And I think if more brothers take that approach, I think we'll be in a better place mentally to help each other. I don't think it solved the mental problems because we're going to get them all the time.
Right.
It's like, who can I lean on? Who can I trust on to be there for me when I need it?
You inspired me. I mean, just to reach out. Somebody I haven't talked to in a minute.
You have to, bro.
I appreciate this. Just reaching out. It's good stuff.
But there's a second part to that. Like, I can reach out all I want, Doc Dixon, but if I don't know what you're going through, I don't know what's going on over there in your crystal ball.
Right.
You know, but now I know it's my job to do something about it. Hey, yeah, my daughter is dealing with this, that, the other. Okay, I got you. Every 2 weeks, you're going to get a call from me. Man, how that little girl doing?
Right.
She good? Okay, she need anything? KT, that's that mental strength that we have. We strong in each other. Like, you know, once we know, we got to do something about it. Okay? That's what this meant. That's why we all joined this club.
Right. Facts. That's the brotherhood. That's the friendship. It is essential to the soul.
Yes, sir. Friendship has to be. Man, I know we haven't got to friendship yet, but a good brother of mine who entered Omega chapter a couple months ago, Brother Charles Hopkins, he always said, friendship. If you don't have friendship, he don't care nothing about service. He don't care nothing about all that other stuff. To be a friend.
Right.
That's what Brother Hopkins, every time I seen him, have tears in his eye talking to me about friendship. Hey, you checked on somebody? Hey, you see how this brother's doing? Friendship, big. I mean, God rest his soul, Brother Charles Hopkins. Always preach friendship, bro. That's a big thing for me.
Man, I appreciate you bringing him up, putting him in the atmosphere, man. That's good stuff, brother. Excellent stuff. Excellent.
Man, and that goes to for me, just touching on a piece of those because I don't have kids, right? And so a lot of my stuff is just raw, like just going with the bros, just going through. But it's nothing besides being a mentor in school that has really shaped the way that I lead, the way that I mentor. But being a father, and so this is almost for both of you all. How has being a father reshaped the way that you all lead, the way that you all mentor and serve others?
So first of all, like for me, my dad always wanted me to be a better version of himself. Okay. I have 4 boys, one girl. If you let my boys tell you I was easy on my daughter, if you let my daughter tell you I'm too easy on my boys. So you talked about manhood. You talked about like being a good role model, just being someone else that your kids will look at. And I'm going to tell you this funny story. And if you tell anybody, KT, I'm going to deny it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the whole world listening. But
so listen. Me and my son had a conversation about 2 years ago. My oldest son, he lives in Virginia. He's 30 years old. And I remember him being 8 years old. You know, I'm from Marrero. Okay. We wore the diamond in the hoop, sported in the left field. Y'all remember the song, right? I'm from Marrero. Yeah. Diamond in the hoop, sported in the left field. Never forget it. My son walked into the kitchen he's about 8, 10 years old. He said, Dad, I can't wait to get my earrings, my diamond in my hoop, in my ear. Hey, KT, I took him out that night and never wore earrings ever again in my life. That had to be over 22, 25 years ago. Wow. Never. So when you talk about fatherhood and how it shapes you, it changes you. Okay? Because you got people watching you. Right. You know, I told my son, he's a father now. I said, hey, your job is to give your son a better life than you had. That's what my dad told me, and that's what I kind of live by. So fatherhood shaped me in mentoring because I want my kids to be able to depend on me if they need a voice, they need someone to talk to. All of that ties into it with me.
So what about when you talk about the journey of Omega, you're talking about being a fatherhood. You've had decades of service, good brother. What part of this Omega journey are you still learning from today?
Man, friendship. I'm still that's a forever mark that I'm always reaching to be a better friend. Like, friendship is something that I learn every day, because every day I meet a new bruh, I learn a new way to be a friend.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like that,
everything else about Omega, like, I could have did this if I wasn't a Bruhz. I was a wild boy. But being a part of the Bruhz, that family, like I tell people I don't travel with paraphernalia on, because if I have paraphernalia on, my family tells me we'll never get to our destination. Never.
Real.
We'll never get to the destination.
You one of them Bruhz, man. Nah, man, show yourself. Nah, I hear you. I understand.
Hey, Doc, I told you I wanted to Q-Dog my whole entire life.
Right. Okay?
And you guys keep talking about leadership. Till this day, I tell people, I don't even know how I got here. I just was trying to be a good Q-Dog.
Right.
And then somehow I ended up on this side. Like, how did this happen?
President around this piece.
Man, what y'all doing, bro? Y'all gotta
trying
do
to be out.
else.
Here you go. Oh man, put that suit on. Wear that blazer. That's real.
Yeah. So, but that makes sense though. And so, even as you go through those pieces, man, and you think about those values of Omega, at this point, at this late in the game, the things that you've been through, how do those values show up in your daily life, and not just doing those official moments?
Hey man, listen, manhood is something you have to walk on every day, no matter where you are. You have to be a man first. I live on that. Okay. You need scholarship. You gotta uplift yourself. We talked about mentoring, and you can't teach a 12-year-old if you don't know what the 12-year-olds are on. You know, you can't teach them young kings nothing, because they ain't listening to you if you don't know who Young Boy is, if you don't know who Burner is, like, if you don't speak their language. So we gotta be in learn mode all time.
Right.
Hey man, look, I'm in here for the long haul. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna persevere till it ends. And just, bruh, I love this, man. I love the sci-fi. You know, my family knows it.
Right.
You know, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't a part of Omega Sci-Fi. I probably would have a happy life, but yeah, Omega changed my life, bro. I love it. It's something I've always been a part of. I stand on my one. You understand? And I love uplift, bro. I just love uplifting people. I love being a good person, bro. I want to be remembered. You asked me that question earlier.
Yeah.
And KT has been on my mind the whole while. I'm like, man, he didn't ask me this question. Like, you know, I want Bruhz to say, hey man, he was a Bruhz bro. That was a good bro. That's good, you know, that's important to me.
One last, and you just mentioned that you kind of answered something. I mean, you literally answered something I was just about to ask, but I am curious about you and the coalition and you as president. I don't know if you can share this, but what's one thing you want to be remembered as president of the coalition?
If I can be remembered for one thing, is getting everybody on the same page.
We appreciate that.
Yes, we can be five fingers, but we're gonna operate as one.
Right.
You know, we're gonna try our best to move together as a city. I would love to see the Bruhz support each other, be there for each other. That's what I wanted. That if there was something I wanted to make sure I left a mark on, is that, like, you know, we are one. In my best Frankie Beverly and May's voice, I want us to be one.
That's good. That's good.
Perfect. Hey, listen, here's the funny thing, KT. Perfect. I promise you, I did not want to be here 2 years ago. But I mean, I think it was perfect timing for me. Some of my good friends who I talk to a lot, and I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I don't enjoy it. I love it. I love being able to help. I love being able to inspire. I'm hoping I have an opportunity to inspire people, and I love bringing people together.
That's real, dog.
Now we got 10 minutes left. So within this 10 minutes, I like to do our quick fire round. And with this is no more than just, I'm going to put these questions out here and I'll ask that you don't think about it. Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh man, you tripping. All right, let's go. Let's go.
One word that best defines manhood today.
Ooh. One word that defines manhood.
You're not supposed to repeat the question. You're supposed to answer the question.
Integrity.
Okay. One lesson Omega taught you the hard way.
Be yourself.
Ooh.
One quality every mentor must have.
Listener.
2 ears, 1 mouth. It's a reason.
Huh?
I say 2 ears, 1 mouth. All
yeah,
right,
that's God gave us that.
Yeah.
Check this one out. Being a mentor or being mentored, which changed you more?
Being mentored.
I would definitely say so. Sometimes with the other piece, like you hear yourself talking, and when you're talking to other ones, you be like, "Yeah, I ain't tell myself that 10 years ago." But when you got somebody that just pouring into you, you can't help but listen, right? Because leadership is most powerful when it is
seen, not heard. When it's seen.
Ooh, that was big, right?
Oh, we might have.
Hey man, listen, y'all know like I'm not that sharp, but like y'all keep asking me to go fast, but I gotta think a little bit.
no, you nailing it. You nailing it. We impressed. You nailing it. Hey man, I'm out. I'm out of bullets. I'm out of bullets, KT.
I got one for you guys. I got one for both of you. What do you see when you look in your mirror? That's rhetorical. I'm gonna leave that with y'all.
Yeah.
What do you see when you look in your mirror?
Yeah.
We talked about manhood. We talked about fatherhood. We talked about brotherhood. Like when Michael Jackson say, "I'm looking at the man in the mirror." What do you see when you look in your mirror?
Hey, I like that because it's on the same vein, and we rolling. We got a KT gonna keep us back on track. But I remember I was doing a professional development, right? So these are all educators in here and talking. And one of the things I said is, when's the last time you looked in the mirror and told yourself you love you? When you said I love you when you looked in the mirror? When's the last? Dead silent in there.
Yes.
When's the last time you looked in the mirror and said I love you? Yeah, dead silent in there. So,
That's a real thing, though. That's a real thing.
Right. It makes you think. When's the last time I told myself I love you? Right.
And this is our last one for me. Brother Roosevelt, finish this sentence. Brotherhood means caring for the person next to you, lifting as we're climbing. Okay. Never leave one behind, and always being there when they need you, not just when they want you.
Facts, though.
That's it, man. Anything before we close out this thing, man.
Hey, I just appreciate your time, Brother Roosevelt. I appreciate your flexibility and making this work. I know you had a busy day today, so we truly appreciate you taking the time to come here. And most importantly, you do live by everything you stated, man, in terms of being a friend to me. You know what we've gone through in terms of Alpha Mu Mu. You've been there the whole time. And so, you know, somebody I can bounce off of. And then you also helping our younger brothers because you know them already. Y'all boys from way back. And so now that they're you helping them from, and so we appreciate that. And then I didn't know you from, got some 504 blood in you. So we that's all right. Well, was that 318 across the river? So y'all wasn't
yeah.
You ain't ready for that, KT. So.
So he'll say the 504 GEAUX, but then when it comes to 318, he want to say GO. I don't understand it, man. Oh, God.
Yes, sir.
Brother Mason, as we close this thing out, man, any last words for the chapter, for the Neos, anybody that you want to get your point across to as we look at your role that you have in our fraternity?
Don't forget about any event y'all got coming up either.
Will do. I would say this, and I would say this to all Bruhz, like, I would rather see a sermon than hear one any day. Okay. It's easier to get people to listen to you when they can see you doing the work. Okay. So always remember, like, we are shaping what we want Omega to look like. I remember 28 years ago, they used to say, if we keep going, this Omega is not going to be here. It's our job to protect what we have. Certain things we do, I think I wish we clean up. But hey, man, just be the sermon. Let your life live that sermon you want. In terms of events we have coming up, again, we do have a skating party coming up. It's our midnight skating. We're doing that on March 13th. We'll be down at the skating ring in Texas City. Tickets are $25. They're online. You can find them on our website as well, galvestonqs.com. But Bruhz, like, I want to say this before I get off. I appreciate you, KT. I appreciate you, Bro Dixon. Enjoyed talking to you guys. Some great topics. And continue having these conversations with Bruhz. Like, continue to challenge Bruhz on friendship, brotherhood. Continue giving a space for mental health, mental services. Man, I appreciate that. I love it. I love talking to the Bruhz. I can do this all day. But again, great time had with you guys, and I think this is a great thing that you guys are doing.
Oh, I appreciate that, dog. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Look, I will tell you, for one quick moment, I had got traumatized about saying I'd rather hear a sermon than to see one any day. I was like, oh my God, man, look, man, I'm too fresh off this thing, man.
You holding on.
Hey, man, you know what I mean. You know how I was going. Hey, man, I told you I'm a PK, man. Like,
that's real. You had your fair share. You had your fair share. You spent your time. That's good.
Look, that's it, man. Well, we sure appreciate you, Brother Mason, for just coming through, man, and showing up for us one more time. We do understand that it is real out here. So once again, like Dr. Dixon said, just thank you for being flexible and being able to just show up for us. And we look forward to anything that you all have that you want to get out to the city, to the frat, anybody, to the coalition. You're welcome anytime here, brother, to come on back, and we will push it out for you.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Flyers, anything. You let us know.
Appreciate it. I'll get some stuff over to you guys. And again, thank you guys for having me. It's been an honor. Anytime, bro. I'm available.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate you, dog. Yes, sir.
Another episode of Bruhz Talk in the book. All right. This is KT for KTTV signing out.
Road to the good.
This is Darnell with Broadcast Houston.
This is Dr. Tamara Beckford.
Hey, this is Candace.
This is London Underwood.
This is Kirsten Bass with Inner City Greens, and you're watching.
Y'all are now tuned in to
KTTV.
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 KT.